Let's get the party started and begin this Explore Tulsa by starting the show with high-tech practice.
Then when QT began.
Followed by a very creative colony.
Plus a great place for a Thunder fan.
Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. We are very excited to have you here with us for another Explore Tulsa.
You better believe we are, Trish, because it's time for the countdown.
Wait, what countdown is that?
The countdown to spring, Trish. March 20th, the beginning to the end of winter. Time to shape up for some outdoor sports like baseball.
Well, you can do that now at the indoor facility known as Perfect Practice.
Athletics is life. I mean, you see t-shirts that say that, but all for the wrong purpose. They feel like that's the only thing that person should ever strive to be, and we'd be glad to help people get better in throwing or hitting or dribbling or shooting or spiking, whatever they want to get better at doing. But it's way more than that. It's to feel good about yourself. And if you feel good about yourself in an athletic endeavor, then as you go to school, you'll feel better about yourself. Their self-esteem rises, their self-confidence improves, and they do better in life, and that's what we want. We want good, solid citizens as they leave our facility. My name is Steve Yoder. We founded Perfect Practice in 2007.
Perfect Practice, we're all about integrating the technology, which we know is out there, with the personal instruction. If we do that, then the practice will be more fun for the kids. The parents will get a lot better value for the dollar they spend because their child develops much quicker. And if they develop much quicker, the child stays interested in the sport. If they can see some immediate improvement, if they can understand how they're improving and how they're improving against their peers. Practice over the years has gotten dull, and it's hard to hold their attention, particularly if they might be a slower developer. So if we make practice fun again, which is what one of our missions is to do here by applying technology with personal instruction, then they'll stay in it longer.
My name is Travis Washington. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma area. Played basketball in high school over at Broken Arrow High School. Played college ball at Colorado State University in Pueblo, Colorado. After playing college basketball, I went on to get my master's degree in sports administration. I've been doing the basketball skill development for about 4 years now. I've been doing the sports performance training for about 12 years now. I'm a big believer of there's a triangle in basketball called working hard, working smart, and working consistently. So the working hard part is always pretty much a given, but working smart is very important. And the way we kind of use that here, we have different technology that we use for working smart and to getting the most out of your workout. I mean, we can do a lot of hard work, and we can work consistently, so we can work out all the time, but what are you getting out of that workout? So I think that's why it's very important to use those pieces of equipment, along with also, I believe there's always a skill in a drill. So we might do a drill, but we have to be able to teach what that skill is within the drill.
Well, my name is Taylor, and I'm going into my 3rd year of college volleyball, and I'm going to Bacone University in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Here at Perfect Practice, we start with the little kids, and so it's not necessarily with leaning towards one position at a young age, it's just knowing the sport. You start with the basics, and then you lean towards one position after that. Well, it's what I love, and so teaching what I love makes it fun. And especially here at Perfect Practice, you have that one-on-one with that player, and it's not a whole team. There's not 20 girls out here. It's just me and that girl here, and we can do everything. We can pass, set, and hit, and get all the things covered.
My name is Tommy Luce. I went to high school at Broken Arrow High School in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and played Division I in Louisiana at McNeese State University and got drafted by the Cleveland Indians. We didn't really have things like this whenever I was younger. It was mostly outside. You know, if a friend had a barn, we'd go to the barn. I would have killed for something like this. First off, the instruction here is better than anywhere you're going to find, not just in Tulsa, but I think anywhere around the surrounding states. We have people coming from Arkansas, Kansas, you know, just people driving hours just to come get instruction here. I think that's the thing that separates us the most. And the technology here, the Pro Batter Sports System, you know, that shows a picture on a projector screen. I mean, that's what major league teams use. Major league teams have that. just the data that you can get and things that you can see about yourself as a player that you could have never seen, 15, 20 years ago whenever I was younger coming up.
Parents are so grateful we get cards and thank you letters, not just because they've got a scholarship, but because, my son got his first hit. Got his first high school hit. He made the high school team, or he, struck out 3 guys, in an inning. Well, that's fantastic, and that's really what the purpose of all this is to help kids get better in whatever sport or activity that they want to, which obviously increases their self-esteem and their self-worth.
Man, I wish they had a perfect practice when I was playing ball. Kids today, they got all the good stuff.
Well, Stevie's glory days may be way behind him, but if you're interested in getting your child athlete ready for big time play, visit perfectpracticeok.com.
Behind me, I'm just getting started. But first, we're gonna need to make a run to QT for an energy drink.
And while you do that, we'll call on Voices of Oklahoma host John Erling to share with us the time he spent with QuikTrip's founder Chester Cadieux next when Explore Tulsa continues.
Welcome to White House Mansion, where we are ready to make your event extraordinary.
Located near Tulsa Hills, White House Mansion is country living in the city. This unique, historic mansion is the perfect venue for your wedding reception, party, or holiday gathering. We can accommodate up to 500 guests with both indoor and outdoor options and plenty of parking. If you're looking for a charming, special, and flexible location for your big day,
Call us now to make memories that will last for a lifetime.
Hey, it's Stevie from Explore Tulsa with my friend and optometrist for many years, Dr. Robert Zellner. Tell everybody why it's so good to come in to see you.
Well, that's a great question. Let's see, we've got 2 great locations. We try to stay cutting edge at every point along the way because let's face it, everybody wants to come in and get taken care of in a timely fashion and get the latest, greatest stuff and save some money and get on with their life. And see clearly.
And if you don't believe it, look on the website.
Absolutely, drzellner.com. You can find that we have our 2 locations at 69th and Memorial and 3030 South Harvard, or you can give us a call at 749-2020 or 461-2020.
And I got 4 kids, and I gotta tell you, as a big family like that, it's affordable too.
Oh yes, and of course, the number one reason, you save some money. I mean, with our 2-pair specials, with our different unique packages that we put together, I mean, you can come in here and your money can go a lot farther than anywhere else.
And that's why with Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates, seeing is believing.
Oh, I like that, Stevie. Well done.
Hi again, and thanks so much for sticking around for more Explore Tulsa. Stevie, what are you doing?
I'm checking out the new Voices of Oklahoma app on my phone. It's pretty cool because you can listen to all the guys that John Erling has interviewed, like Roy Clark or Wilma Mankiller.
And QuikTrip founder Chester Cadieux.
Well, for our interview with Chester Cadieux and the story of QuikTrip, we met in their corporate offices in their beautiful campus in East Tulsa. It's very, very nice. And when you see that campus, and then you listen to Chester talk about how it all began, I mean, it really becomes a pretty amazing story. And the story begins with Chester's friend, Bert Holmes. And remember now, at the time, Chester is chasing all over town as a printing salesman.
Well, Bert Holmes and I, Bert Holmes started QuikTrip. I mean, he had raised some money. He had asked 2 or 3 other people if they would like to be the president of QuikTrip and work the night shift and, get started and all that sort of thing. And all of them had better jobs than I did, and they didn't want to do that. And I just jumped on it. I mean, it was like, because I had these rules. I had the rules that it had to be simple because I didn't know anything. Had to be low cost because I didn't have any money. And I didn't like competition because if you're a printing salesman, everybody in the world had a printing press in their garage. I mean, that was a dog-eat-dog business, and I didn't want to get into something that, that was real tough competition because you couldn't survive. And here comes Bert. Duh. But at least it wasn't dirty, And
that's when he said you can get in for $5,000.
Yeah, and I talked to my dad, and my dad, he thought I was crazy, but he loaned me $5,000.
Well, now, today, we see all the state-of-the-art QuikTrip convenience stores in our town. But I'm telling you, that's been a journey over time. And what I want you to do is listen to Chester talk about the very first QuikTrip store. It was in 1958, and it was located at 53rd and Peoria.
It was horrible. We had used fixtures because that was cheap. We had used frozen food boxes that Birdseye must have invented. I mean, they were clank, 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 clank. You know, they were they were terrible. The whole store was terrible. The cooler was too small. It was a joke. You know, it was a fairly good location over time because that was sort of the end of Tulsa. There were some stores out beyond there, and I'd worked that area as a Fuller brush man. But it was really slow. And they closed the road in front of the store going into winter, which is the wrong time of year.
Well, anyone living in Tulsa in the 70s will surely remember QuikTrip and their advertising campaign. I mean, it featured a dog, and the dog's name was Lamar. And Lamar became a name in town. I mean, he'd be invited into schools, into bars, presentations of all kinds. And you'll recall that in the TV commercial, he would ride in a pickup. And so Chester tells us about Lamar.
Well, it was just fun, and the cowboy always had Lamar with him in his pickup truck. You know, and Lamar couldn't go in the store, but he'd get Lamar a sandwich. And he always talked about QuikTrip to Lamar, and then he'd say, "Ain't that right, Lamar?" And Lamar would go, "Woof!" And this was this shaggy dog who wasn't a breed. He was a shaggy dog. People loved Lamar, and they loved the cowboy. He was a great dog and smart. He was smart, and he had a trainer in New York. He did a lot of commercials. He did dog food, he did soap, he did all sorts of stuff.
Now, of course, QuikTrip is a great neighbor, as everybody knows, to our community, and they made major investments in Tulsa, where it all began. And then they have given liberally back to this town, which has been so good to them. And one of those investments, many of us drive by every single day, is at 41st and Riverside Drive.
Your QuikTrip Park, I will call it, at 41st and Riverside. Such a nice spread there and highly used. You've seen it. I've seen it myself.
I've been blown away by the way it's been used.
I've taken my granddaughter there several times.
Yeah.
Probably used more than maybe you anticipated. It seemed to me the parking lot's always full.
It is. But we knew fountains worked. We knew that kids running through fountains and so forth was fun. And I used to have to run through a sprinkler. So think how much.
Right. What a ride it's been for you.
Yeah. It's better to be lucky than smart.
Better to be lucky than smart? Well, in the case of QuikTrip, it's been both luck and a lot of smarts that has made this company grow. And QuikTrip, as you know, has been recognized as one of Fortune magazine's 100 best companies to work for since 2003. All of us here in Tulsa are very, very proud of QuikTrip.
You know, just about everyone that I've talked to has had someone in their family work for QuikTrip at one time or another, it seems like. Both my son and stepdaughter work for QT, and it's been a great experience for both of them, but I still don't get my iced coffee for free.
And you should have to pay, just like the rest of us, Stevie.
John's complete interview with Chester Cadieux and so many others can be found at voicesofoklahoma.com. So please, take the time to visit and listen.
Stevie, is that a colony of ants in the studio?
Oh, no. Those are the owners of the marketing firm AcrobatAnt. They're next when we come back with more Explore Tulsa.
It's ORU like you've never seen before. ORU's Conference and Event Centers invites you to consider us for your next event. With over a dozen venue options and more than 40 years of putting on big shows, we're confident we have just the right venue solution for you. ORU's Conference and Event Services is a full-service operation catering to the needs of the university and the community of Tulsa. Getting married? Then the Prayer Gardens or Christ Chapel can accommodate any size wedding party. Or if your event is all business, ORU has the finest conference, banquet facilities, and equipment in all of Oklahoma. And we have plenty of fun too, with summer camps covering volleyball, soccer, swimming, baseball, and more. Call and find out how ORU Conference and Event Services can be your all-inclusive event venue. 918-495-6400. At Video Revolution, our home entertainment experts have been designing custom home theater solutions for both in and outdoor use for over 30 years. From flat panel LED TVs to 4K projector systems, the top name brands are here at Video Revolution. That same electronic expertise we also apply to our business communications network, from boardroom automation to video wall presentations. Video Revolution, Tulsa's headquarters for the best selection and installation of cutting-edge technology.
Hey, all right, you party animals, still here from We're Explore Tulsa. Did you know, Trish, that in March of 1862, the first issue of U.S. government paper money occurred in the form of $5, $10, and $20 bills?
No, but I bet if the government would have used AcrobatAnt to do their marketing, everybody would know.
We started in '97. A partner and I started a company called FireAnt, a little agency, and we grew a little bit, and then we were sold. So we became part of larger groups. But about 5 years ago, we were able to break away, and we liked the name FireAnt. It was a fun name, but we couldn't do that again. We just felt that wasn't right. So we did a little research and found out that AcrobatAnt, there is such a thing. And and AcrobatAnt.com was available because no one knows about the AcrobatAnt. So that pretty much determined it.
It was really exciting when we decided to form AcrobatAnt. We had always, kind of been part of a bigger company owned by management, outside of Tulsa for a long time. So when the opportunity came that we could all come together and have our local ownership and with this core group of people that we've all worked together for so long, it was exciting. It was a little scary, but it was exciting to have that opportunity to work with people you love every day and really own it and have that vested interest in it.
I've known my 4 partners for decades. I worked with a couple of them at other agencies, and so we have all had just this great kindred spirit about us, and this the fact that we each manage a different aspect of the company just makes that much more unique. And many agencies in this town, have the founder's name on the door, and we're 5 owners that each has a unique discipline, and that we thought made a really nice, model.
I think we try really hard to hire good people that want to be like a family here, not just workers. That we all are dedicated to each other. We're dedicated to this place, and with all the partners, we all, like Danny said, have different entities of things that we do, and so when you go to a vote, the majority votes, but there's so many good aspects that come from each person that it's not an argument, it's a discussion, it's decision making.
I'm very proud of the work we've done and being able to do such a broad base of work. And I think the other owners are very happy with that as well, because we all bring something different to the table. So that really kind of speaks volumes to our clients about how integrated the campaigns can be and what they can do that is the ultimate success of the campaign. Really has to be integrated and work well together like a fine machine.
It takes a lot of work. It's people think that it's just we play basketball and we play foosball all the time and it all just happens, but it's a lot of work, a lot of research, a lot of critical thinking. But sometimes you get a home run, sometimes it's not quite a home run, but we try to hit home runs.
When you think about it, AcrobatAnt is a great name for an ad agency.
Yeah, because ants have a great division of labor. They communicate well, and they have a unique ability to solve complex problems.
No, I was thinking more that they really know how to party at picnics.
If you'd like to learn more about how to solve your marketing needs, visit AcrobatAnt.us.
Believe it or not, Trish often has a really hard time picking out clothes for the show, so the crew and I often have to pick stuff out for her.
That's not entirely true.
Oh, but it is, and we've got the perfect place for you to shop coming up when we return with more Explore Tulsa.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get 1 pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my 2-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Execution, performance, excellence. All the best in the world gathered at one place. video revolution. For over 30 years, we've built world-class home entertainment systems, service, selection, and custom installation. Isn't it time you brought home the gold? Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis. Come and join us for the Artisan Winter Festival. Good food, good music. Make and take items for the kiddos. Saturday and Sunday, February 22nd and 23rd. 9 to 5 p.m. both days. Shop 15 buildings on 3 acres. Find us 1 block east of 71st and Garnett, behind the Salvation Army store.
If you're a Thunder fan or a fan of just about any sports team in Oklahoma, then you'll be so glad you stuck around for more Explore Tulsa.
That's right, Stevie. As the Thunder finds themselves at the top of the pack in the Western Conference, everybody should be so proud to Thunder up.
I like wearing the baggy shorts myself. So why don't we all take a visit to the Sports Boutique to see just what we can find?
Actually, the Sports Boutique got started from getting tired of the salon business, so I decided to move on. And because I'm a sports fan, I just decided, hey, let's go do something fun. So I started going out and doing shows, and I did a Fair of the Heart, and I did all those ones at the holidays. And customers would come up and say, hey, do you have a storefront, or where can I find you? And then you're like, okay, well, maybe I should go look for that. And so we started out on Cherry Street, called it the Sports Boutique. And for 2 years it was great. We felt like later that we needed to maybe move a little farther south. We came out here and found this location, and it's worked great so far. We came here in June of last year. Sports is kind of big in Oklahoma, and of course we've got our college teams, and the Thunder seems to be taking, doesn't matter if you're OU, OSU, Tulsa, Arkansas fan, it seems like everybody here comes in. If they get their school, then they also look at the Thunder stuff. So we're all kind of united that way. What's kind of fun is when you have, especially during football season, you get like OU people in here and OSU people, and then they'll start talking amongst themselves. And it's funny, customers they'll go off and have a conversation about a player, or I went to college at this time. So sports brings everybody together. That's the fun thing about sports. Is it's all upbeat. It's fun, and so being in Tulsa, not in a college town, it's kind of fun because Tulsa's a mix. We've got a lot of OU, we've got a lot of OSU, and of course we have TU, and a lot of Arkansas folks live here. In the college world, the style back in the day it was a t-shirt. Now it's more fashion. So if the leggings are the fashion, they want their color. So if it's the Thunder, they're going to want the leggings in the orange and the blues. So they're really going more for whatever's fashionable with the logo on the front. And that just fuels even more. Because we all kind of get into, we get to talking about, remember back in the day when we just wore a t-shirt and, it was no big deal. We wore jeans and tennis shoes. No, we dress up to go to games now. Game day is a dress-up event. When I started, I was, I'm looking around, I'm thinking I'll go down to Dallas, I'll look around for, people who sell collegiate or NBA merchandise. And I found out a lot of it was available here in my own backyard. So a lot of the merchandise in here is made in Oklahoma or owned by someone who lives and works here, and it's all printed here. So we have lots of merchandise that's actually from Oklahoma. The part I like is when I bring stuff in here, I usually research who's selling it around me, how many other people are out there in Tulsa selling it. Because so many people come in and they'll say to me, I have never seen this before. And that's probably the best part. Because if they've seen it over and over, they'll just, it's like, what's special about it, But if they get it and no one else has seen it and they go to the game and they're sitting there and they're like, I'm the only one here with this shirt on or this necklace on, that's what I like about it. I have people come over here and say, I was at the game in Stillwater Saturday and they were talking about this little boutique they found. And so then they start Googling me and they find me and they come in and they tell their story. And so it makes it all more fun.
Janice set herself up pretty nice with some really great sports fan gear.
She definitely has, and you can find the Sports Boutique on Facebook or stop by and visit Jana at 61st and Mingo.
I think I need to get me some of those Thunder earrings. Wouldn't that pop on me or what?
Stick around, there's more Explore Tulsa just ahead.
The engineer and the artist. They usually live in different worlds, but when they work together, well, that's when you can get something really new, something special. Because when great thinkers work with great doers, 1 + 1 can equal 3.
PlayStation on your own time. We're trying to shoot a movie here.
Sorry.
All right, sound ready? Slate in. Go.
Since we began, our artists and engineers didn't set out to make electronics or films or music. We set out to make you feel something.
Be sure and join us next week when we continue to get your spring ready with a trip to Baker's Custom Golf.
We want to thank the crew at the Perfect Practice Athletic Center for showing us the latest in sports training technology.
Thanks too to John Erling for sharing with us parts of his interview with Chester Cadieux on Voices of Oklahoma, and to Danny, Hal, Angela, Diane, and David for showing us around at AcrobatAnt.
Plus thanks to Janet for keeping us fan fashion conscious at the Sports Boutique.
Remember, if you missed any of the show, you can always catch us at exploretulsa.com.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
Hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook. Share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about.
Plus remember, Explore Tulsa is brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Stop by and say hello to Ron and all the guys for your home entertainment needs.
And Explore Tulsa is also proudly brought to you by Dr. Robert Zollner and Associates.
Home of the 2 pair for a $129 deal with 2 locations, 3030 South Harvard and 69th and Memorial.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show, but we'll see you next week right here on Explore Tulsa.